So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So during this treasure map, I've been undergoing a Sanji Rush boot camp, so to say. I've taken every opportunity I've had to just keep doing the rush over and over and over. So I've been practicing both against the Queen main boss as well as against the Momo ambush. Yeah, the first thing I focused on, of course, was to nail down the main rush, just hit as many rush as possible. And once I mastered this, I went on to practice other variations, because rush is actually a bit more deep than you might think. But yeah, obviously the main rush is probably the most important part to get down. And when I made videos about this in the past, I did bring up that one important thing to remember is that once the rush is undergoing, you have to tap a bit later than you used to, and as soon as you get one tap right, you can just follow the same rhythm to keep hitting perfect taps to get the full rush combo. But with everything, practice does make a difference. I don't really need to rely on feeling the rhythm and such anymore. Like once you've hit enough, your body starts to recognize the timing. So yeah, now I also have like visual cues to use. That is basically ingrained in the muscle memory now, is starting to get at least. So both feeling the rhythm helps, as well as just doing it over and over and the body getting used to it. But yeah, I actually enjoy Rush. I feel like it adds something to the game, a new element. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what other Rush stuff we get in the future. But honestly, this Sanji is so good in general, both against hard content and normal content. So I think I'll get a lot of practice with him going forward. I'm yet to try and make some fun chain caps team with him, so I look forward to that. But yeah, if you feel uncomfortable with this mechanic, I do implore you, get to the lab, use it as much as you can. You will get it down eventually, and it starts to get pretty fun then. But once I master this, I may move on to the next phase, basically, because it's actually possible to stop your rush in the middle of it. And you will see me experimenting with this, but basically, once you got the rush started, anytime you hit a miss, and miss is a good or a great when you play normally, you will have one chance to hit the next rush to finish the chain. But if you get two misses in a row, it's over. This has some applications. Firstly, if you're in danger, like if you have a burn, so to say, you don't want to get too low HP to die of the burn, you can at any time cancel the rush with a miss and then hit the next one perfectly to end the rush, and you will keep the chain you built up, and you will also get the rush attack boost. So that's incredibly powerful. But yeah, as you see, before doing that, I did a lot of practice with a full rush. And I just recorded like all of the runs I did like the last day or so. So you will see that my consistency is really good at this now. Another good thing with the shorter rush is that, let's say rush is a bit more accessible in contests. If you hit with first, you don't have to hit last with final tap or hit with a lot of units like Super Tandem. You can always do the rush if you fulfill the requirements. But hitting a full rush takes a lot of time. But if you do the minimum rush, it's actually pretty fast and you get a big benefit from it. So I think long term, like shorter rushes will see more use, because realistically, you don't add that much benefit from a full rush. You get a bit higher chain, but you still get the same rush attack boost, which is probably the biggest part of the rush. But yeah, here you see me experimenting with it. I will be experimenting for the rest of the video. And yeah, I realized around here that I could actually stay with Queen for 2-3 turns at least to practice it. So I made pretty decent use of that. But yeah, for the short rush, you just initiate the rush, then hit as many perfects as you want during the rush, then you hit a miss, but then you have to hit a perfect again. So if you rely on just the rhythm, this is very hard because miss means breaking the rhythm. So you can't get the rhythm back after that. So in able to do this stretch, you do need to practice a lot so you get some muscle memory built of when to tap during the rush to get that perfect, since it's a bit different than normal perfects. I actually messed up a bit here and didn't consume my recovery orb, so I didn't remove the hunger, but stuff like that happens. I did survive last hit morning part and we got a bit more practice, and you see that's the shortest rush you can do. You initiate it, you miss right away, and then you finish it. You still get the rush attack boost, and Sanji will still hit with a higher chain than he usually will. So it's just a benefit all around, even if you do the minimum rush. But yeah, more rush experimentation here. Here I hit one, miss, and then perfect. So that's something that I think we'll see a lot of play, especially in normal content. So like if you use rush in like normal Kizuna, Treasure Map, if you get Arena, stuff like that, I can see that being very useful. While against Super Boss, mainly you want to get the max rush, of course, to get as much damage as possible. But yeah, like realistically, you don't get that much extra chain from doing the full rush. Like it depends on the other chain buffs you have, as you saw in, if you see my other showcases, you should know that if you stack some increased chain growth stuff, then the benefit from rush becomes even better, because that plus 0.1 per rush becomes even higher. Since stuff like that, it might also be worth, but most of the times in this game we are not lacking damage, it's just against Super Boss really. But as you see, my consistency is pretty good, and as said, doing this shorter rush is harder since you can't rely on rhythm the same way. You have to just get a feeling for when you need to tap a perfect. And in order to do that, you just need to practice. It becomes second nature eventually. And yeah, I think I forgot to consume these recovery orbs as well. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I forgot to consume it. In this run, I actually died since, yeah, I forgot about it, got sloppy, took a kill. But that was actually fine since I got a few extra tries to practice the rush. And yeah, I will continue to practice rush until the end of Treasure Map. Like I feel I've got it down now, so I won't do it every round, but from time to time I will do a rush, see if I still got it, and then against Super Boss I'm pretty sure I will get a lot of rush training. But the idea is that once we get to the Super Boss, I don't need to fail that much. I can just keep doing my max rush chains over and over. But yeah, that's all I got to say really. I will be doing more Sanji showcases later, and of course using him a lot against the upcoming Super Boss. Probably against every color, but I have not made teams yet. But from what I've seen, Sanji can be used against all of them without much issue. I actually failed a rush there. It's not free yet. I still have lots to learn, lots to practice. But yeah, as you see, that revive gave me a lot of extra practice. And yeah, short rush is pretty clutch here, since if I did full rush, I've run out of HP and Queen will keep killing me, so that wouldn't have been much optimal. Now, will it have? No. But yeah, now I can finally kill Queen, and with that I will also be ending the video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you've been able to get some rush practice down. So, but yeah, thanks for watching guys. See you next time.